Are you feeling less challenged by professional gameplay, but not exactly ready to jump in to no evidence? Hello, ghost hunters. I recently had someone ask me about how to go from professional to no evidence. And I'll admit that I feel like no evidence and partial evidence are very different gameplays. But for those of you who are not quite ready to jump into identifying ghosts by behavior alone, partial evidence is a good place to start. If you're playing partial evidence, there's a few things you should be aware of that are very evidently different than professional gameplay. First and most obvious is that you will not get all three evidences. If you're not great identifying your ghost by behavior alone, this is a good way to narrow down the ghost and look for a specific behavior. In Nightmare, you'll only receive 2 evidences, and in Insanity, you'll only get 1 evidence. This is probably one of the biggest changes for gameplay for me personally. When I'm playing a professional game, I typically mark off evidences that I know my ghost will not give. For example, if the ghost kicks the book, I know that it's not going to give ghostwriting. Now this is true for Nightmare and in Insanity also. However, you can't mark it off because this could just be hidden evidence. Also, when playing on Nightmare and in Insanity mode, it's important to remember that some ghosts have guaranteed evidences in these modes. The guaranteed evidences are as follows. For the Moroi, you're guaranteed Spirit Box. For the Deogen, you're guaranteed Spirit Box as well. Obake's guarantee fingerprint evidence, and the Hantu will always have freezing temps. The Goryo guarantees dot evidence. The Mimic guarantees ghost orbs, but it's different than the other ghosts because this is an addition to its 1 or 2 evidences that you will also get, depending on the difficulty that you're playing. The second most obvious change in these difficulties is the extended hunt. You'll probably notice that hunts are longest in Nightmare and in Insanity modes, but when players get face-hugged, the hunt does not end. This means when playing in multiplayer, an entire team of ghost hunters can be killed in just 1 hunt. Players also have less sanity restoration in these modes. In Nightmare mode, sanity medication restores only 25%, and then in Insanity, only 20%. Additionally, sanity starts at 75% on Insanity mode. This means ghosts like the Taiye and Yokai can hunt immediately, just like a demon. In these modes, there will also be very limited official hiding spots. However, if you're wanting to play on harder difficulties, this is something you probably should get used to and start finding spots and locations that are not official hiding spots, but always are available. Other things to know is that the sanity monitor and the activity monitor in the vans are not working on either of these modes. To be fair, I rarely use the activity monitor, but I do use the sanity board just so I can tell if the ghost is an early hunter or not. Also, in Insanity modes, fingerprints only last 60 seconds, so keep this in mind if you think your ghost might be an Obake. Okay, now for some examples of Nightmare and Insanity gameplay that will hopefully help you in your own games.
Come out wherever you are. I saw that, but where are you? Oh, you're in here. Hello. Where are you?
Taken away.
Oh, you're taken away? Okay, so I got Spirit Box. You throw a cup at me? That's not very nice. Cool story, bro. And you turn my lights off? Bastard!
Activate.
What? That's rude. That is rude. You're the ones that burst the lights. Alright, so I have Spirit Box, which doesn't narrow it down very much. It is very active. If the sanity is really low, it could be Moroi, because it could have cursed me. Could still be a Mimic. I didn't see any ghost orbs, so I'm going to go with not a Mimic for that reason. It could be a spirit because it's more active when I'm in the room. Could be a poltergeist because it threw the cup. Could be a mare because it burst the light. It's unlikely to be yokai because I've been talking the whole time and hasn't tried to hunt. Could be a Moroi because it is talking a lot on the Spirit Box. And it's unlikely to be the twins because all of its activity is located in just the one room. Could be a poltergeist. It did throw something pretty far at me. I'm gonna have to start carrying this now. And actually, probably not bringing that up there. Bring these two things. I run into the side of the house. I'm going to take one of these because I'm not ready for it to hunt yet. Bring one of these up for fingies. And bring this. I'm going to put this down here so I can cover my spot if I do need it down here. You saying welcome back?
Left hurt after this.
Aw, did you toss my book away? What was that? I see when the dots. Well, dots means it's not a mimic. Now we're looking at Wraith, Phantom, Yokai, or Deogen. And I think it gave itself away when it walked right here. Come on, where are you? Come on. In retainer? Where? Where are you? Give me a sign. Come on, give me a sign. Walk in the stuff again.
Attack.
Attack? What? I saw you walking in the dots, so don't pretend like you weren't, because I saw it. That's rude. I don't call you old. Where are you?
It's taken away.
Where are you?
Left hurt.
Where are you?
Was taken away.
Where are you?
It's foreign wide. I'll do.
Thank you. I know what you are. Oh, yeah, it's right there now. Walk in the salt, ghost. Ooh, give me cold temperatures. Give me freezing temperatures. Do it. Walk in the salt. Where was that at? He just walked in the salt. I see no footsteps. Where are you? Where are you? Knock on the window. Yeah, definitely no footprints. Okay. I guess I can't mark that out. I can mark out Obake though. Go ahead and rhyme the book. Give me a sign. Give me a sign. Give me a sign. Give me a sign. Where are you? Where are you? Why are you in the kitchen? Oh, ghost rating. Alrighty, so that makes it a mare, revenant, or a thay. Oh, no reason to have the lights off, I guess. Okay. Oh, I didn't grab a camera. It's way back here. Turn the lights back on. Okay, well, I need to hide somewhere. WTF?
You cut off, Sadie.
It's in this green room right
Over
here.
here.
There was a spine,
Yeah,
so...
sure is.
Oh, I can't put it on that. Dang it.
Which door was it? This one?
I think it was the bathroom door. Where are you?
Oh, it's
Are
not
you
going
here?
to give us fingerprints.
Are you here? Well, we can eliminate Abake then. Although it does have a small chance to leave the...
Uh-oh, I'm dead.
It's a little colder in the green room, so it could be the green room. But only a little bit colder. I'll measure it again here in a second. Yeah, it's up here. I just touched the door.
Power's on.
It's in the green room for sure. It's tossing stuff. Where are you? Are you here? There is a crucifix now, so.
Yep.
You saw no orbs?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Alright, I'm gonna go get a smudge.
Are you old? Where are you?
Check that for footprints. And the door for stuff too. Oh, I guess I have one too. I could check it also.
Nothing.
Not an Obake then.
Wait, look!
Oh, it probably is an Obake then.
Weird.
Yeah, I just touched something out here and didn't leave anything either. It almost well, it could have been this door right here I touched, possibly.
There's like one footprint.
There's 3.
It's like random whether it's leaving or not. Oh, look over here. Yeah, there's one.
Oh, yeah, it came in here. And now it's gone away. Alright, so our only evidence is fingerprints. They last for 60 seconds on this mode, but it's possible it's an Obake then. Give me a sign. That's, I guess, the sign we get.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have very much longer. Open a door. Open
I'm
a
gonna go
door.
grab a smudge. I don't have one.
Open a door. Where are you? Give me a sign. Turn on a light. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Give me a sign. Well, I just burned this crucifix a second time.
Okay, there's one in the hall.
That felt really close. It could be a demon. I know what it is. I know what it is.
Yep.
What are you doing on the stairs? Wish we had a camera. Okay, so it's not a wraith. But we don't have any evidence yet. Okay, I get it. You're doing some ghost events. And you're very dirty because you're taking lots of showers. But where are you? She touched a window or something somewhere. Crucifix burned. Alright, well, I'm gonna go take some sanity meds. I guess I'm gonna set up downstairs because we need one more evidence and I don't know what it is. I mean, I guess it could be a Goryo and we just don't see it because we're, you know,
Oh, maybe.
in the van and not in there. I think I'm already holding... What am I holding? Oh, I'm holding the ghost writing book. I didn't put it down. I'm an idiot! Oops. Okay, let me go up there and put that down. Right in the book. Hopefully you can see it from the camera. Wyatt is taking a shower in both showers right now. There's one very dirty ghost.
Power's on.
Where are you?
Freezing. It's freezing.
Alright, that's good. We probably need to turn the power off then. Because if it's a Hantu, we won't see the breath.
Yep. Okay.
Alright. I'm going to take the unburned crucifix downstairs. So we have one more burn. So if you hear it burn...
Power's off.
Okay.
It's fast.
Yeah, it could be on too. Well, we know what that is. That is
Yep.
clearly...
If you're venturing into partial evidence territory, it's best to keep track of how long you're in the house so you know about how much sanity you have. This way you can track an early hunter and not be caught off guard. Find your ghost room and observe behavior and hopefully get your 1 or 2 evidences. Once you've narrowed down the available ghosts, you can start testing for certain behaviors. There are a couple things to keep in mind when playing limited or no evidence gameplay. First, your early hunting ghost. The mare can hunt as early as 60% if the lights are off. The demon can hunt at any sanity. The Taye can hunt at 75% if it has not aged, although this threshold decreases as the ghost ages. Yokai can hunt as early as 80% if players are speaking near the ghost. An Onryo can hunt at any sanity, but only after it has blown out 3 flames. A Raiju can hunt as early as 65% if there are electronics on nearby. The Mimic can hunt at any sanity range, depending on what ghost it is mimicking. Okay, so a quick list of things I look for in each ghost to help me identify them when I have limited evidence. The spirit, when you cleanse it with incense, make sure that you start a timer, and if it doesn't choose to hunt again for 3 minutes, then it may be a spirit. For the wraith, placing salt in the area where you know the ghost is going to walk will help you identify this ghost. The phantom is easier to identify if you can physically see it during the hunt, as it will be mostly invisible with very short blinks of visibility. Also, it tends to follow players around the house and interact with an item that emits EMF before returning to its room. The poltergeist is notable for how many items it throws during a hunt, but if you have had time to place a pile of stuff in its ghost room, then you can identify it with a super throw as well. The banshee can wail on the parabolic microphone. The mare can turn off the light immediately after you turn it on, even if the power is off. It's also more likely to do ghost events where it bursts the lights. The Revenant is very fast if it can see you or it knows where you're at, or it's very slow if it doesn't know where players are. The Shade will not be active when you are in its room. The Demon can hunt at any sanity and also can hunt sooner after a crucifix is burned or it has been smudged. The Yuri fully closes doors outside of events and hunts and is the only ghost that interacts with the exit door. The Oni is more visible than other ghosts and is more likely to do ghost events frequently. The Yokai cannot detect your equipment if it is on but not nearby the ghost, and cannot hear players speaking, including your walkie, unless of course it is close. The Hantu will have cold breath, which will be visible when the power is off. It is also faster in its room and areas that are cold, and slower in areas that are warm. The Goryo only does its guaranteed evidence of dots through a camera and typically will not do this if a player is in the room. It also does not change rooms. The Myling is quieter than other ghosts and harder to hear until it is close. The Onryo can hunt immediately after blowing out a candle. The twins will do 2 interactions at the same time in different places. It is also slightly slower or slightly faster than a normal speed ghost. The Raiju will be very fast if there are electronics on, and then a normal speed when not near active electronics. The Obake has a chance of leaving a 6-finger handprint and a double fingerprint on lights. It can also shapeshift during a hunt if you're able to see it during the hunt. It can also hide the fingerprint evidence by either just not giving it when it should, or by reducing the amount of time that the evidence is visible. The Moroi is very fast. In fact, the fastest ghost in the game when player sanity is very low. It is very fast when it has line of sight of players and sanity is low. The Deogen is very fast when far away, but very slow when near players, and you cannot hide from it, so you will have to kite this ghost. The Taiye is very fast when it has not aged, and it is slow enough to kite when it has aged several times. It also does not have a line of sight speed up and will remain the same speed for the entire hunt. The Jinn is the one ghost that I do not have a tip for you, as I detest this ghost and I find it very difficult to identify in no evidence or limited evidence game modes. It is likely easier to determine this ghost by what it is not, rather than by what it is. However, if you have your own tips for identifying this ghost, please leave them in the comments. I learn a lot from some of you. So we mentioned early hunters, but what about those that are slow to hunt? The Shade is very slow to hunt and in fact will not do so if it is in the same room with you. In addition to this, sanity must be below 35% for it to even attempt to hunt. The Taiye can age enough that it won't hunt until sanity is as low as 15%. The Deogen won't hunt until sanity is 40% or lower. As for speeds, you are likely looking for your very fast ghost like the Taiye and the Moroi. But you can also find ghosts that are fast like the Hantu in cold areas, the Raiju near electronics, and the Revenant when it knows where players are. Slow ghost will include the Revenant when it doesn't know where players are, an old Taiye, and a Deogen when it is near players, although it is quite fast until it is near a player. Remember, the twins are also slightly fast or slightly slow depending on which twin is hunting, so if you notice a minor speed change between hunts, this could be why. Hopefully these tips help you if you're not quite ready to jump into no evidence. Limited evidence feels like very different gameplay to me personally than no evidence or professional, and I often play it just for fun. It is good practice for determining ghost behavior without having to go through all of your ghost types. I would love to hear some tips from some of you more seasoned and even some of you new players. If you have something that works for you, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe so you never miss out on any future content. Happy hunting!